guys, time to show off a cool build. This is another one of the Skeleton NH72 builds. This is a gunmetal skeleton movement in here. So that's the NH72 version. So anytime you see I reference an NH72, I'm referencing the skeleton movement. NH71 are the gold and NH70 are the silver. So this one is an NH72. It is in a black Doxa style case. It's got a two-piece bezel on it. Obviously the outside is done kind of like in a teal, baby blue. The interior is done in white, and the only one that moves is your tachymeter, your inner minute referencing, which coincides with the black chapter ring right inside the sapphire. Corresponds with that. And you got your tachymeter, so if you're ever trying to measure speed, obviously, if something takes a full minute to get to you, it's going 60 miles an hour. So I've never actually worked on them and actually had to time anything. But if something would get to you in 30 seconds, it's running 90 miles an hour. So it's essentially, in a nutshell, how that works. So if you're a mile away and they get to you in 15 seconds, they're going 120 miles an hour. So beyond that, never actually used one. But you got your tachymeter, bezel that will spin on the outside, your interior minute sits still. You got a set of pilot-esque style hands with the black with white tips, a single piece black seconds hand, black crown. All these case backs are just milled. Black would be cool, but I'm assuming it's much more difficult to do because every single one of these I get are typically just that. Did a fancy wristbound strap on here. He threw in some Chicago screws for us, so we've got just a cool little extra touch of awesome here with these black Chicago screws. Black PVD buckle and black on black strap. So should give the bezel will turn. It's just a what, monodirectional, unidirectional. Don't know the word there. Automatic mechanical. You've got a rotor in the backpack here. So to wind it, if you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. You back the crown off the threads, it will pop out into your hand. And at that point you can wind and you'll feel it. You know, it has a bit of a grind feel that you're doing something. Now with these, if it's completely dead and you start winding on it, it doesn't instantly start up. It takes a little bit of pressure on that mainspring before it starts going. Whereas my other platform, it's normally starting right away. And that's always alarming with me on these because I'm like, oh no, what's wrong? Why won't it start? Why did it stop? And then after doing this for like 5 seconds, it starts going. I'm like, oh, okay. It just needs a little bit of compression on that spring to start forcing the hands. So anyway, when you're good with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click. I never know how to pull these on my others. It's an easy pull. It's real easy to get it into it. With these, it's more of a clicked pull. So anyway, at that point, you've got a hacking movement, so it's going to stop moving completely. And it's sometime in the morning, sometime between 10 and 10:30. Okay, Google, what time is it? 10:36 a.m. Just follow out your chapter ring on the inside. It's 10:36 a.m., but technically it's based on that being right here. So if you wanted to be actually accurate, you'd probably go, well, that's not quite halfway, but it's close to halfway. If you're trying to be one of those guys that when they're all lined up, everything is perfect. But anyway, when you're good with it, you're going to push it over. Push it down far enough that it clicks. At that point, you're back into your time setting. and you can wind it down. And the reason that that is important is because if you just push it down and then you start twisting, you might catch twisting it back on and move your hands a little bit. So just give it a solid push over where you're not putting any lateral or twist pressure either direction. Just push it straight over. Takes it right out of time setting. It will kick back, but it doesn't kick back in the same spot. And then you can just kind of push it in and twist it down. So if you have watches, you know, with this style movement, that's just the case with them all. So, but that is the build. If the build is going to you, congrats. As always, you're going to get some matching beads. The wife was able to find a blue that went nicely with it. I don't have any black BVW. Sometimes I don't even know my own initials. BVW box. Try to get some. So this will come in a silver BVW, which will go with your Gunmetal Skeleton movement. This will come with watch foamer. This is a cleaner that's good on all glass and metal. Apply it, rub it in, polish it off. It will come with a microfiber. So another thing on this. So this is all good on glass and metal, so it's everything here in the center. You've got a sapphire glass, so you should not have any issue with, if you get anything on it, it should come right off. Just use the watch foamer. That foam, a little bit will foam a lot, so you might hold it a little close to the microfiber when you do that. You're also going to get some leather conditioner. You're going to want to apply this with a rag or a washcloth or something along those lines. This is to keep that strap perfectly soft. This is a waxy style leather. You shouldn't have any trouble with it, but you might have trouble with some of your other bands, or over time you might want to apply it. Probably start with the back where it actually makes direct contact with whatever is probably making it dry. So don't know that you'd ever really need to use it on the front, but will be here if you need it. And that is the build, and that's what comes with it. So, as I said, if it's going to you, congrats. Appreciate your support. I hope you like the build. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.